Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, my name is Jeff Jones. I'm a licensed professional counselor with Edmond Counseling and Professional Development, bringing you yet another installment of Mindfulness Live, a web-based series designed to enhance our understanding of what mindfulness is and how to live mindfully. As last week, we announced that we are starting a three-part series discussing about how to survive the holidays, the upcoming holidays with mindfulness. Today, we start part 2, using mindfulness to survive difficult relationships or toxic relationships. Last week, we discussed the benefits and importance of using mindfulness during the holidays. The holiday season is often thought of as a joyful, happy time of the year, but it's also one of the most stressful, busiest times of the year, paving the way for a lot of stress and ultimately missing out on parts of the holiday season that we truly enjoy. Mindfulness is paying attention with intention, without judgment, in the present moment. We've discussed several benefits of mindfulness, including the value of practicing a mindful attitude that cultivates patience, awareness, and connection with our mind-body. Being able to utilize these strategies that we've discussed and practiced in the past few weeks may help us to focus on the qualities of the holidays that truly matter most and learn to surf those aspects of the holidays that are more difficult or often lead to a lot of stress. Today, we are talking about the importance of utilizing mindfulness in our relationships, particularly family relationships that may be strained and difficult during the holiday season. Mindfulness is a skill that we can acquire, a compassionate practice that we can integrate into our lives, allowing us to have an easy, always available method to calm ourselves down when distressed. Mindfulness increases our awareness of what we are expecting, that allows us the space to decide how we want to act in our daily lives. It provides think of it like an intersection where we can decide which direction to take in the moment. It's easy to picture how enhancing these abilities within ourselves would lead to better outcomes in relationships, particularly ones that may have been strained for a long period of time, like some of our family relationships. Again, many may relate to having a more stressful time with relatives and family members during the holidays, possibly due to the stress of feeling pressured to pull off a perfect holiday, or trying best not to disrupt everyone despite, old wounds and old hurts that may exist within the family. So we imagine a scenario a lot of us can relate to. Let's say our cousin Eddie, while with the best intentions, often says and does things that seem to get under everyone's skin. Every year this seems to happen. Or maybe cousin Eddie just always seems to bring up topics around the family that seems to always lead to arguments. Picture yourself in that heated moment with everything that just feels overwhelmingly wrong. The anger might be bubbling up inside of you, combined with, an intense distress. Now imagine being able to feel your emotions without reacting in the moment. Imagine observing the emotions and thoughts that are arising without getting caught in them. Being able to keep, in other words, be able to keep our emotional balance. This allows you to think about how you would like to respond in the situation versus how you would instinctively react. Mindfulness is a means by which we can get to know our thoughts and stay connected to our feelings without falling victim to real intense instinctive reactions based on maybe some unresolved issues from the past. So again, we can see a lot of benefit of how a mindfulness practice can be utilized in terms of bettering our relationships or bettering ourselves in those relationships truly. So I just want to go over a couple of tips that I came up with that I think are helpful in terms of surviving what are sometimes very difficult relationships that we might anticipate coming in contact with this holiday season. So the first one is just to accept that it's a difficult situation. Oftentimes we're so pressured to not accept that it is a strained relationship or a difficult to pull off having every family member in the house or everyone all together. And that by accepting this, it can possibly allow us to start doing things that are necessary to take care of ourselves and again, prepare a way for us to focus on aspects of being together and aspects of the holidays that we truly want to enjoy. Another tip is to remember that we're not responsible for anyone's emotions. You know, we never really make someone feel the way they do. And sometimes when we have a strained relationship with a family member, it may seem like the other person may make it seem that we're the cause of the distress, or because we can't agree or do things all in agreement, perhaps we're the ones causing the problems. But ultimately what we're witnessing is someone holding on to their frustration, holding on to their negative emotions. We can think of it as observing someone's process or observing someone's emotions rather than feeling that we're to blame for them or that we're the cause of them. If you feel angry or afraid, remember, bring your attention to your breath. Try to refrain from responding, refrain from resisting responding or reacting suddenly, but instead focusing on your breath, like we have in our live practices over the past several weeks, where you can gain access to a broader awareness, fuller attention, and more importantly, to be able to lead with intention in that moment rather than feeling reactive. Lastly is just to give patience. As we've talked about in the past couple weeks, with the attitude of mindfulness providing us the opportunity to deepen our patience in the moment, being able to give patience freely is also an important aspect of surviving difficult relationships. Again, in the spirit of being able to make contact with the things that we enjoy about the holidays or being together, remaining patient is key. So today for our live practice, I'd like to return to a loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness can be practiced in several ways. In cultivating relatedness with our circle of loved ones, meditating on loving kindness or compassion or just love, whatever word you want to use, toward them can open our hearts and minds to seeing those we love for who they are and what they are experiencing rather than what we want them to be. This can sometimes be a very liberating feeling, knowing that we can offer something like patience or mercy or grace, even whenever we feel distressed by someone's behavior. So, as always, as we do each week before every live practice, I want to encourage everyone to make themselves as comfortable as possible. Maybe take in make sure that you're in a space where you're not going to be interrupted with minimal distraction around you, and to sit or lie down, whatever's more comfortable, and bring your focus to your breath. And as we begin, make yourself comfortable and invite yourself into this meditation by keeping your eyes closed. Think of a person close to you who loves you very much. It could be someone from the past or the present.